Hey, what's up everyone? Don here from VR Gamer Dude, and today we are taking a look at the VITURE Luma Ultra glasses. Now, these are VITURE's most advanced pair of XR glasses yet, or well, in this case, should I say AR glasses, and while I'm going to touch on how they do compare to the Luma Pro throughout this video, this isn't a side-by-side comparison, but more of what the Ultra actually delivers. So let's go. Okay, so the Luma Ultra glasses take the foundation VITURE laid down with the Pro and they push it even further. So under the hood, you're still getting Sony's micro-OLED panels producing 1200p per eye with a refresh rate of 120 Hz and a field of view of 52 degrees. The visual clarity is excellent across the entire display here, and it's really noticeable when you're seeing text that remains crisp and sharp from edge to edge, and 3D that just pops. And I mean, I cannot say enough good things about the displays in the Ultra glasses. These things blow me away on a daily basis. Now, the Ultra also raises the brightness ceiling above the Pros to 1250 nits, and that gives you more punch in transmissive image quality when viewed in a well-lit room or outside in full sunlight, and even a little extra shine when watching HDR content. Now, just like all of VITURE's other glasses, you also get the electrochromic dimming, so you can instantly block out your surroundings or make the experience more immersive. And they even have the built-in diopter adjustment, which is great if you're nearsighted. But even with that, I still recommend picking up the prescription lens adapter that VITURE sells. It for sure makes a big difference in long sessions, and Man, let me tell you, it lets you see the virtual screen and the real world around you clearly and comfortably without straining your eyes, which is a huge, huge advantage for people who wear glasses. It's cool that it can, dial in the screen and give you clarity of the screen, but without being able to see the world around you clearly, the AR effect is just kind of lost. So this is something, if you are a glasses wearer, I highly, highly recommend that you check out. On the outside, the design remains slim, light, and comfortable. And there are now new magnetic nose pads that help to balance the frames a bit better, and that way they don't weigh too heavily on your face. Now, the Ultra does use a single frame size that covers interpupillary distances of 58 to 70 millimeters, which should fit most people without issue. The arms are also highly adjustable with 3 levels of tilt, and they seem to have a wider range of movement than most of the previous glasses from VITURE or anyone else that I've tested so far. Now, whether you're working, gaming, streaming, this kind of design is the kind you're going to be able to wear for hours on end without distraction. So the biggest difference with the Ultra glasses lies in the sensors embedded in them. The Ultra adds dual grayscale depth cameras along with a central RGB camera, enabling 6 degrees of freedom positional tracking and hand gesture support. That means you're no longer stuck with just turning your head and having the content follow along, being locked to your face. Now you can walk through your space, lean in close to objects, circle around a virtual object, and it stays locked exactly where you placed it. Now, the hand tracking isn't perfect here, and it does require the VITURE Neckband Pro to be used to be fully realized. But I'm excited to finally see it come out of that single hand laser pointer style that it was in beta to becoming something fully usable, and all of this is coming from just the sensors in the glasses and a single camera on the neckband. So when the gestures work as intended, they do provide a natural way of interacting without having to rely on traditional controllers. But you're still going to want to have a fallback method of input, like VITURE's phone app, for times when lighting might not be ideal or, well, let's face it, the system just outright fails. So I have touched on this Pro neckband a couple of times throughout this review here, and while the Ultra glasses don't need the Pro neckband to function, pairing them together does bring some meaningful advantages. The neckband offloads the needed compute power from your phone or PC, freeing those up for other use, which makes Ultra's 6 degrees of freedom tracking and gesture control feel even better because it's all in one ecosystem. It's all in one device, so to speak. It also allows for a multi-screen layout and a steadier reference point for spatial anchoring. And this is going to lead to longer and more reliable AR sessions. So just think of this as a performance booster that helps the Ultra glasses live up to their full potential. So again, you can use the glasses with just your phone, your PC, or your Mac, and even better if you use the Spacewalker app, but I highly encourage you to check out the Neckband Pro if you're thinking about getting a pair of these. It also removes that long cord, which makes the whole setup feel seamless and more like I just said, a headset style one-to-one experience. Now, what excites me most about Ultra is not what it can do right now, okay, but what it represents for the future. So these are some of the most consumer accessible 6 degrees of freedom capable glasses on the market, and that means developers now have a canvas to start building the kind of AR experiences that we've all been dreaming about for years. Anchored UIs, spatial workflows, immersive education tools. This is where it all starts. So if you are a developer watching this, I highly encourage you to dive in, grab the SDK, and start creating for glasses like this. Because let's face it, we can have the best hardware in the world, but without the wizardry that you talented developers out there do, none of it would mean anything, and it would just be sitting on our shelves. So it's your collective work that's going to push devices like this from sci-fi dream to everyday reality. And that's why I'm so very excited to see what you guys and gals out there do with this tech. So if you're an AR developer and you're watching this and you're already working on something or have something to show, I would love to see it. Reach out to me and let's talk. So, all right, I guess as it always is when people come to watch reviews like this, the big question you're asking or you want me to answer is should you buy the Ultra glasses? Well, if you have disposable income or if you're a developer and you want glasses that move beyond just being a floating monitor into the realm of true AR, then absolutely the Ultra is where VITURE shows its vision for that future. But if you just want a great screen for playing games and watching movies, do not feel FOMO over these because Luma Pro is still a great choice, and the fun isn't even stopping here this year with Ultra. I mean, we still have Beast. I mean, my next review is going to be for their upcoming Beast glasses, and these are shaping up to be VITURE's most ambitious product yet, with a wider field of view, brighter panels, and new display modes that are going to set them apart from both the Pro and the Ultra in a lot of ways. So I'll hopefully have that review coming up soon, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. But until then, I think I'm going to go reinstall Unity on my PC, brush off my amateur dev skills, and see if I can make an app with these glasses. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Don, signing off.